Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shemal Shai Bashim Rakakwadash. Shalom to the hopefully elect out there. And I'm going to entitle this video, there's going to be a short video. I'm going to entitle this video, The Black Church is the Biggest Joke Going. Now, we were talking about that today at the speaking on the highways and the byways. So I put in Geno Jennings praise break. They even got him dancing, and a bunch of shorts came up. So I wound up on this one when the anointing is contagious. In other words, they're dancing because the Spirit of the Lord anointed them. And, I'm going to put this video in the description so you can watch the video. I'm not going to put it up myself. But it's a joke, man. These people in the churches, they have the praise break and the Sunday morning, revivals and church meetings and whatever. None of them could break down any of the prophetic scriptures. Well, why do you say prophecy to heart? There's more to the book than just prophesying. Yes, there is. You got the laws, you got the statutes and commandments, you got the writings, you got the history, and you got the prophecies. So, and you're supposed to understand the whole book. Ezekiel 3, eat the whole roll, and then go out and teach the sons of Israel. That's what it actually says. The children of Israel, the word in the Hebrew, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm positive it is, the word there is ban yasha Allah. Eat this roll and go out, swallow this roll, digest this roll, which is the book. And once you do that, once you completely finish the food off of your plate, your mother told you, you ain't gonna get up until you clean the plate. Well, guess what? The Most High wants you to clean that book, meaning eat everything off of that book, which is the plate, the spiritual plate. Not in one of these black churches understand the prophecies. Now, they might go into the prophecies, but I guarantee you they're going to break them down wrong. They couldn't break down any book. I'm talking about the prophetic part, maybe like chapter 2, chapter 3, but the prophetic parts of the book, chapter 14, chapter 17, chapter 18, chapter 6, chapter 9, chapter 12. They couldn't break chapter 20, chapter 19. They couldn't break any of those chapters down. And the scripture in Isaiah. As a matter of fact, I'll leave that with y'all. Like I said, I'm going to make this short. Oh, and another thing I was going to quote, I was going to quote, so I'm going to quote it now, is, okay, bring this over here. The Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians chapter 14 speaks about tongues. I'm looking at this. This is fucking embarrassing. This thing on CNN. This correspondence. Then they got a nigga serving people. They like to put us down. But anyway, coming back to this here. The Apostle Paul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye prophesy. He said prophesying is the most important thing. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and read it. I mean, I know it by heart, but I just want to bring out some words. Let me see, 1 Corinthians 14. Follow after charity, meaning be charitable, and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. The most important thing that you can do in this work is prophesy. And that goes for speaking in tongues. He says speaking in tongues is not important unless you have an interpreter, meaning you are in control of the tongue that you're speaking. You're not just sounding like a broken motorboat. And when somebody jumps up and speaks in tongues, you're supposed to have an interpreter. That shows you that it's not some mysterious language. Even though it says, let me find it. It says he speaketh mysteries. Like if I put up a prayer in my house, I put up a prayer in Hebrew and somebody listened to me, it's going to be a mystery to them unless somebody understands Hebrew and breaks it down to them. So when the Apostle Paul was able to speak Greek for a reason, because he was the apostle to the Gentiles, meaning the Israelites that were scattered abroad. So according to what the Apostle Paul said, the most important gift that you can have is that you prophesy. And that's what we do. That's all we do. This truth that we're in is simple. You sit down, you go into the scriptures, you go on the highways and the byways during the week, at your leisure, you do these videos, and it's all about edification. And the main people that we're trying to reach are not the people that's been in this thing for 15 years, 10 years, 5 years. The main people, when we continue to do these videos are set up for the people newly coming in, because they're going to ask a question, which the question might be a simple question to you, but it's a deep, dark mystery to the people out there. See, once you come into this and you a veteran in this thing, you've been in this thing for a number of years, then you're a teacher, and that's all you do is teach. You don't have to feed the poor. You don't have to rake up somebody's leaves. You don't gotta. There's a lot of things that the church does that the Most High just wants you to be a prophet. When the Lord came on the scene, what did he do? He spoke. He spoke to the people. So, like I said, if you go to any black church and ask them about the prophetic part of the book, they're stumped. They're lost. What is that? Isaiah 28, if I'm not mistaken. Could be 29. I always get them confused. Let me just go to 28. Okay, 28 is good, but I don't want 28. It said, for whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Not the ones that are just coming into this, but the ones that are weaned from the milk. They get the full understanding. So let's go to so this is a good one too. 29. I want to go right to the point. Stay yourself and one to cry out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They are staggered, but not with strong drink. For the Lord hath poured upon them the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes. The prophets and the rulers, the seers have he covered. These are the false prophets and ones that the Most High is not dealing with, because the Most High haven't closed our eyes. So this doesn't apply to us. And a vision of all is become unto you as the words that of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. Then he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed. Now, what does it say in Revelation chapter 5? And this is the bootleg black church. And the book was delivered to him that is not learned. His grandmother was born with a veil and taught him the scriptures. Read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learned. What does it mean? I haven't attended a theological cemetery, which the truth is not there. The Most High is not dealing with theological seminaries. But let's read this right here. This is somebody that's learned, that's been to a theological cemetery. When you ask them to break down certain books, they're not going to say it in this exactly like this, but somewhat like this. Oh, I don't understand it. The most I haven't opened my eyes, meaning it has been sealed to me. So how do you understand the mysteries of the book, the prophecies of the book? It's all about the prophecies. Because the most High, ain't got jakes sitting on thrones with crowns on their head. He ain't got generals marching, fighting Esau. The number one man that the Most High got set up are the prophets. That's it. And if you do anything outside of being a prophet, prophesying, then you in the wrong business, man. When you go to Revelation chapter 5, I'm gonna go to that real quick and I'm gonna close. I'm gonna go right to the point. I'm gonna go right to the point. You want to read from the first verse. It speaks about John weeping. Right here, fourth verse. It says it speaks about this truth, right? But it says no man. It says there was a book sealed with 7 seals, right? It says a loud voice who is worthy to open up the book and to loose the seals thereof. And the churches don't have it. The books are sealed to them. They can quote from the book all day, but they can't understand. They can't break it down to you. That's why there's not one black church that's teaching you that there's going to be uh, a prophecy in Revelation 13 and 16 and explain to you that it's the sea hip. Not one church. Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, they're not going to teach you. The Moors, the Black Conscience, none of these people, the only ones that have the truth are the prophets of Israel. And no man in heaven nor on earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. Remember, Daniel said the book was sealed, right, until the time of the end. So who did he open the book? Who did the Most High open up the book for? For the prophets, the elect. And I, John, and I wept much because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. And one of his elders saith unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. And that's not no damn Haile Selassie. That's Yahushua, Hamashiach, the root of David. What does it mean by root? Meaning he came from his lineage, the seed. David had his son Solomon. Solomon had his son Rehoboam. On and on and on until you get to Jacob, which is the father of Joseph. And Joseph had a sexual relations with Mary and produced a son, which is the son of David, named Yahushua, had prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals. And who did our Lord give it to? Gave it to us. Revelation 3:19. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one. Shalom.